Quinnipiac University has announced that they're going to have Wi-Fi restrictions for unvaccinated students as well as other fees and whatnot. So the university announced that it will impose fines and Wi-Fi restrictions on students who cannot or will not show proof of COVID-19 vaccination status by this upcoming semester. So this is just one of the situations where, once again, they're starting to try and mandate something that isn't even relatively effective. I mean, at 42%, are you serious? 42% is not enough for you to basically force everyone to do it. I mean, if they even remotely come in contact with somebody from the outside, if they go to a restaurant and they're around somebody, they're probably going to get it anyways. And then everybody else on campus is probably around a 50% chance of getting it as well. It shouldn't work this way. When we're looking at the numbers, I mean, this once again just proves to you more than anything that this isn't about your health. It's not. If it was, they would be looking at these facts that we have here, but they're not doing that because they don't want anything to do with your health. It's all about the control and being able to tell you what to do and the elitism behind all of that. So the university imposed mandatory vaccination for students and staff returning to on-campus learning. In an email sent to students, school leadership stated that approximately 600 students have yet to fulfill the vaccination mandates, or at least they have yet to upload a copy of their vaccination record. Our goal is to protect the health of our entire community, the email obtained from the local outlet was talking about there. In order to accomplish this, we must know if you have been vaccinated. Once again, you can do all that all you want, but it's not going to help you. It's not going to get you anywhere because ultimately being vaccinated doesn't mean much of anything when you see these numbers, okay? It doesn't mean much of anything at this point because there's going to be more. There's going to have to be more. So the question is, where does it end? Okay, maybe you showed proof that you got these vaccines, but then you have to show proof that you got the booster shot next time, and then you get charged more fees as a result of that. Yeah, that doesn't work. The university also has imposed strict fines for students who fail to upload proof of vaccination. So the charges could rack up to $2,275 per person per semester. So the university has announced a tiered fine system. The fees start at $100 per week for the first 2 weeks of the semester. The fees increase incrementally by $25 every 2 weeks after proof of vaccination has still not been filed, with the maximum fine imposed per week being at $200. Now the kicker here is that unvaccinated students are required to participate in weekly testing. On-campus testing, failure to do so will result in a $100 fine. So you have to test for COVID weekly on top of these fines to remain non-vaccinated at this university. Okay. Once again, this isn't about your health. This isn't because they care about the students. It's plain and simply just control and trying to force people to do things that don't make sense. I mean, we have to look at the numbers. At some point, we have to look at the numbers here to determine what's going on. And when you thought that it was just maybe some fines, like I said, they're also limiting their Wi-Fi access as well for whatever reason. So if you don't meet the vaccination requirements by September 14th, you're getting cut off from the internet at the school. Yeah, that doesn't sound very fair to me. So, but this is not new, okay? So there's several other colleges that are actually doing this. So Rhodes College in Memphis, Tennessee is going to impose a $1,500 fine on unvaccinated students for the semester. And you also have Birmingham Southern College in Alabama that's going to fine students $500 to cover the cost of weekly testing. So they're basically having you pay them money, being forced to pay them money for a forced test that you don't even have a choice in. This is where we're at on school campuses right now, at least some of them. And I can assure you more are going to continue to do this. But we have to remember that these vaccine passports, these ideas of the things that we were talking about 6 months ago, we were called crazy about it, okay? When everybody 6 months ago was saying that vaccine passports are probably going to wind up being a thing, everybody looked at us like we were crazy. They called us conspiracy theorists. They thought that we were out of our minds. That's never going to happen. Well, that's basically what this is. You need to show proof of your vaccination record. That's what a vaccine passport really kind of is. You can't go to the school without it. And if you do, or if you don't choose to show the card or to get vaccinated, then you must suffer as a result. You must pay us extra money. You must do this weekly testing. Here's all the reasons why you're going to be excluded. I would not be surprised if they stick, as I've kind of talked about before in another story, kind of like a yellow star on you that denotes you as being unvaccinated on campus, so people know not to be in close proximity with you. It wouldn't surprise me. Conspiracy theories are just spoiler alerts. That's all they are, because it's just telling us about what's going to happen 6 months down the road. We'll be called for it crazy today, or called crazy for it today, but just watch, just wait, and in time, you'll finally realize, wait a minute, that was actually the correct thing all along. That's how this works. We're not crazy. It's the crazy people that are sitting there assuming that this was never going to happen, in my opinion. You just watched a clip from The William Hall Show. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.